impossible. Large numbers of Canadians desire to 86 royal family, but it's not a piece of cake. Canada's ties with the British monarchy are under scrutiny once again after Barbados officially removed Britain's Queen Elizabeth as its head of state and became a republic this week. For Barbados, the transition on Tuesday marked an end to its last remaining colonial bonds nearly 400 years after the first English ships arrived at the Caribbean island. There is now renewed debate in Canada over whether to follow Barbados' lead, with a majority of Canadians saying the monarchy is becoming less relevant or is no longer relevant at all, new polling shows. According to an Angus Reid survey published Tuesday, more than 50% say Canada should not remain a constitutional monarchy indefinitely, while 1/4 say it should. The same poll also suggests that as long as Queen Elizabeth II continues to reign, 55% of Canadians support continuing to recognize her as the official head of state. However, that support has declined over the years, polling shows. In an Ipsos poll conducted exclusively for Global News in March 2021, 2 in 3 Canadians, or 66% of respondents, said the Queen and the royal family should not have any formal role in Canadian society, as they are simply celebrities and nothing more. That was up 2% over last year and 6% since 2016, according to Ipsos. The waning support comes amid uncertainty around the 95-year-old monarch's health that has recently limited her public appearances. Now, after the tiny country of Barbados kicked the monarchy to the curb, Canadians are asking whether we should do the same. According to a recent Angus Reid poll, more than half of us think our status as a constitutional monarchy needs to change at some point, while 25% are happy staying tied to British royalty. That's a 15-point drop from 2016, which shouldn't come as a surprise given how the last few years have gone for the royals. Never mind the damage the Netflix series The Crown has done to their reputation, or the resurgence of interest in Princess Diana and her mistreatment by the House of Windsor. There's also the racism that ultimately caused Meghan Markle and Prince Harry to abandon their royal duties and move west to California, not to mention the ugly revelations about Prince Andrew and his friendship with the world's most infamous sex offender, Jeffrey Epstein. At this point, the only useful function the royals perform is serving as a very visible reminder of what a dysfunctional family really looks like. It's one thing to oppose the monarchy in a survey, though, and a much different one to actually remove it from Canada's constitutional architecture. As University of Waterloo political science professor Emmett McFarlane has been telling journalists for years, the cost-benefit analysis on this for Canada's politicians just doesn't add up. Removing the monarchy and replacing it with a new system, most likely, a republic, would require the unanimous consent of all 10 provinces, the House of Commons and the Senate, and Canada has never been able to pass a major reform with the so-called 750 rule, 7 provinces representing 50% of the population. It would also open the door to other constitutional grievances, from Alberta's long-standing, and ill-informed, complaints about the equalization program to Quebec's endless demands for more provincial autonomy. Politicians are enormously reluctant, even unwilling to touch the Constitution because it's automatically seen as a national unity issue, McFarlane told Global earlier this year. It would be an enormously difficult undertaking, especially in the case of full abolition. Just because something is difficult doesn't mean it's not worth doing, though. Repatriating the Constitution was seen in a similar light before Pierre Trudeau finally found a way to hammer out a deal with the provinces. The Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which was a centerpiece of that deal, has transformed both Canadian jurisprudence and our shared identity as Canadians in ways that even its supporters could scarcely have imagined at the time. Removing the last vestiges of colonial rule from Canada's political system, and placing Canada's Indigenous peoples at the heart of any potential replacement, could have a similarly transformative influence on our own future. If nothing else, it would spark an important conversation about who we are, and who we want to become, as a country.